Come with me as I discover how a self-tuning radio divinely thwarted a suicide attempt right here in Argentina. Hi, I'm Cammie, and this is AWR360.
Today, I am in the western part of Argentina, in the city of Mendoza. Situated at the base of the Andes Mountains, this peaceful place is home to just over 100,000 people. The many streets are lined with lovely trees, offering shade to passers-by and those who stop to enjoy the many colorful shops and cafes. Outside of town lie sprawling vineyards surrounded by majestic mountains.
It's a beautiful place, but I'm not here only to enjoy the sights. I'm here to meet Ruben and hear his conversion story.
I find Ruben in town, and I am struck by his contagious laugh and smile. Ruben grew up in a Christian home, learning about God from his parents. But as he grew older, he began to trust more in himself than God.
I worked hard pursuing my dreams and soon became a successful businessman. There were ups and downs economically, but always I would look at myself and proudly say, thanks to me, I'm getting back up again.
But then something happened that would challenge Ruben's ability to get back up again and alter his life forever.
One day, on his way home from work, Ruben stretched out his arm, trying to flag down an oncoming bus. For some reason, though, the bus driver did not see him. The next thing he remembers is waking up in the hospital. Both of his legs were broken, and he had a collapsed lung, along with other injuries. This terrible accident and the complications that ensued would take Ruben 2 long years to recover from. But God was at work.
While I was in ICU drifting in and out of consciousness, I felt a peace that I had never experienced before. And I heard a voice telling me that I was not alone, that I would make it through alive.
After 4 months in the hospital, Ruben returned home alone. Unable to do the activities he once enjoyed, depression set in.
I was a terrible mess. People would look at me strange and then start to cry. I was no longer the man I used to be. I had lost my job, my money, my prestige as a businessman and professor, everything. My life was one of anguish. I didn't want to live anymore and decided to kill myself.
On the day Ruben had decided to commit suicide, something strange and miraculous happened. While listening to his radio, it suddenly changed stations on its own. Ruben recognized the voice on the other end. It was the voice he had heard in the hospital, and the same feeling of peace washed over him. Unbeknownst to Ruben, what he had heard was the first test broadcast for the new Adventist World Radio station called Nuevo Tiempo.
I anxiously listened to Nuevo Tiempo day after day, and the words touched my heart. I wanted to know who is the man speaking and who are Seventh-day Adventists.
To find answers, Ruben went to the phone book and searched for Adventist. He called the number he found, and a sweet voice answered. It was the wife of the local church pastor, and she invited him to attend church that Sabbath. The only problem was the church was 1.5 miles from his home, and he had no transportation.
I felt God telling me to walk. Walk? I can't walk with my legs like this. But God gave me the strength, and I walked the whole way. When I got there, the members welcomed me so warmly. And when I walked into the church, the same feeling of peace flooded my soul.
While at the church, he met the local pastor who recognized his talent in sales and encouraged Ruben to attend colporteur school. This he did, and when finished, he was invited to the conference office. He went at the appointed time, not knowing what to expect, and was ushered into a room and given a briefcase, books, and a colporteur jacket.
I was so excited to become a colporteur. I knew in my heart that this was truth, and I wanted to share it with others.
After completing Bible studies, Ruben was baptized into the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Today, he's very active in the local church, serving as a deacon, leading out in prayer meetings, and a small group study. He goes door to door, daily sharing the saving gospel of Jesus through the books he sells. Ruben has been healed completely. You would never know he once could not walk.
I have not seen God, but I feel like I hear His voice through the messages and music of Adventist World Radio. Jesus truly does exist. He is real. And I know this because of the radio. To me, it's a spring of living water. I owe my life to the work of Adventist World Radio.
Recuerda llevar esperanza a tu corazón, si eso es muy
general. Across the globe, there are millions living in difficult-to-reach places where missionaries cannot go. North Africa, the Middle East, China, North Korea, and many more. It is into these very countries that AWR's broadcasts are penetrating every single day from our strategic network of shortwave, AM, FM, and internet stations. So how can you help spread the gospel in these difficult-to-reach places? Here are 2 practical ways. First, pray. Prayer is the key in the hand of faith that can unlock heaven's storehouse. And second, visit AWR.org, where you can help to expand the reach of AWR's broadcasts by your generous donations. Thank you for joining us in hastening Jesus' soon coming by your needed prayers and support. Until next time, this is AWR 360.